Having your own personal security team watching your every step might seem like overkill for the average Joe, but it is an absolute must for people holding high positions. When a person attains that level of power, they're bound to catch the attention of groups of people who would rather see them crash and burn. So, to protect them and the government they represent, world leaders often travel side by side with a team of security detail who are the best in the business. Meet the presidents whom no one wants to mess with, and for good reason. Before we get started, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Number 10. Narendra Modi. India is home to 1.3 billion people, and a leader arising from that much population is in the eyes of all kinds of people. Leading a country as massive as India is no joke, and it comes with a huge amount of stress and danger. Narendra Modi, being the Prime Minister of this populous country, requires security watching him all the time. His protection comes from the Special Protection Group, which is the Indian Secret Service. They're recruited from India's Central Armed Police Forces and Railway Protection Forces. The 3,000-strong group of elite officers are the best in their field and are recruited with the sole purpose of protecting the PM. They don't come cheap either. It costs the Indian government an estimated $83 million each year to have these machine gun-wielding tough guys keeping a watching eye on the Prime Minister. When Modi is on the move, he's often accompanied by the SPGs walking alongside his vehicle and making certain that the area is clear of danger. His vehicle is often escorted by a motorcade of bulletproof BMWs, Mercedes and Range Rovers, and also closely watched by surveillance drones and helicopters. Both land and air are on high alert wherever and whenever Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on the move. Number 9. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is another person who requires round-the-clock protection. People generally tend to forget all the sacrifices and difficulties that people in power have to face and only focus on the wealth and the fame. But life isn't easy or even normal for most of these world leaders. Due to the risk involved being the president, Erdogan is always seen with a massive amount of security detail no matter where he goes. Since he's seen in public quite often, the protection needed has to be thorough, since danger can appear from anywhere. Rather than the usual motorcade with the president sitting inside an armoured car, Erdogan takes it to a new level. He travels around in a heavily armoured bus, which is protected with a massive bulletproof glass pane, which can even hold against machine guns. The bus is also packed with security personnel both on the inside as well as on the outside, and even comes with officers on top of it armed with machine guns. His security detail especially came into use during the military coup that happened during 2016. Even though a lot of people got injured in the failed attempt to take over, Erdogan came out of it unscathed thanks to his protection. Number 8. Queen Elizabeth. Although Queen Elizabeth is not a ruler anymore, she still does hold a very important and powerful position in the UK. When you're someone who's in the public eye as much as the Queen, you're bound to be the target of various assassination attempts. She didn't get to live this long because her life was safe and relatively peaceful. Rather, she has a dedicated team of soldiers whose sole mission is to protect her. Her royal motorcade is made up of the best soldiers that the country has to offer, and are part of the Royal Guard. The famous Queen's Guard that we've seen posted outside Buckingham Palace are also part of the Queen's security detail. They're known for staying still and being silent no matter what happens. Of course, these rules have been bent whenever the guards had to confront troublesome tourists, but for the most part they take their vow of silence while on duty very seriously. They're even trained not to take breaks of any kind, not even toilet breaks. They're so dedicated to their duty that they manage to hold their post while wearing their classic heavy uniform while facing the elements. No wonder the Queen has been safe and well taken care of all these years. Number 7. Shinzo Abe. Even if you're the leader of one of the safest countries in the world, you still need a security detail. Harm can befall anyone in a position of power. Shinzo Abe served as the longest-running Prime Minister for Japan, and his security had to be on point for all those years. But how security is done in Japan is slightly different from their Western counterparts. Since the land of the rising sun is known for its incredibly compact houses and cities, having a massive motorcade of big vehicles like other presidents is not a viable option. Instead, Abe usually travels in a limousine with his Secret Service guards running alongside him outside. Japan, being extremely polite and considerate, brings this trait even into their security process as well. Instead of shutting down major highways for the safe passage of a president or prime minister like most countries, Abe's guards lean out of the window of their cars and politely ask motorists to make room for the prime minister. Even someone at this position of power understands the need to be polite and considerate of other people. What an impressive Prime Minister. Number 6. Donald Trump. Being the President of the United States is a tall order to fulfill. Representing the most powerful and the wealthiest of nations comes with its share of risks. It's estimated that a US president has a fatality rate of 18.6% and an assassination rate of 10%. That's a pretty high number for putting your life on the line on a daily basis. It's surprising how most of them don't develop PTSD after serving a term as the POTUS, but the peace of mind they might have comes from the fact that they're protected by the most powerful and effective security detail that's out there. Just Donald Trump's family's protection itself costed New York City officials over $1 million every single day. This figure doesn't add in Trump's personal bodyguards, who are often selected from the highest-ranking Navy SEALs and other elite ex-military members. Becoming the president only expanded his security needs, but he was always used to this life of protection, being a celebrity and a billionaire. If you ever end up in a position with similar number of risks as the POTUS, you're probably better off having a security detail like the United States Secret Service. Number 5. Vladimir Lenin. Most of you would probably be shocked to find out that you don't even have to be alive and breathing to be considered valuable and worth protecting. Situated in Red Square in the center of Moscow, Russia, is a mausoleum that currently serves as the final resting place for the former Soviet leader Vladimir Lenin. Though Lenin was not a president in the democratic sense, he was the head of government for Soviet Russia and later for the Soviet Union until his death in 1924. Ever since then, his body has been on public display at this site. With a few exceptions during wartime, there has been an honor guard that has kept watch over his body 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 95 years. It's rumored that the soldiers are told that the body of Lenin is the most important thing that Russia has. The Kremlin Regiment is a unique military order that's part of the Russian Federal Protective Service, with special unit status that ensures the security of the Kremlin, its treasures, and state officials, including Lenin himself. Not every nation has the idea of preserving its leader's body for posterity, but to the Soviet Union, the never-decaying body of Lenin stands as an enduring symbol of his ideals and his vision for the Russians. Number 4. Vladimir Putin. Russia has always been infamous for its intelligence organizations. During the height of the Cold War, the KGB was a formidable organization which had spies and taps all over the world, monitoring the movements and conversations of key persons of interest. But once the Soviet Union fell, the KGB was restructured into the Federal Security Bureau, or FSO, in 1991. This organization is single-handedly responsible for protecting Russia's leader, Vladimir Putin. Since Putin himself has served as a security officer, he knows the ins and outs of what makes an efficient security team. The Presidential Secret Service follows Putin around and makes sure that he's out of any danger. With an estimated 9,000 guards under his unit, Putin's motorcades are always accompanied by these elite soldiers who are the most highly trained in the entire country. The team also comes with a psychological profile unit which monitors gatherings or crowds and narrows in on people exhibiting suspicious or strange behaviors just by noticing their body language. If Putin is happy with your services, he's been known to be generous with his security staff, sometimes giving them expensive properties within the country or even high-level promotions. Sounds like a good gig if you've got nerves of steel to pull it off. Number 3. Xi Jinping. Being the leader of the most populous nation in the world means having one of the most extensive security teams in place. Xi Jinping, though from a powerful family, earned his current position purely through his own hard work and dedication. Being in his position, he's had a greater number of attempts on his life than anyone else who's currently alive. The fact that Xi is still alive only highlights the fact that his security detail is highly efficient in keeping him safe. The elite guards who always accompany Xi are from China's Central Security Bureau, which is essentially their secret service. The bureau has 8,000 agents who have been carefully selected from the country's massive population. So you can imagine that they are the cream of the crop when it comes to their skills. As long as Xi is under their watchful eyes, he probably has a long life ahead. Number 2. Alpha Condé. Alpha Condé is a powerful man within his country, Guinea, but his inclusion on a list of most heavily guarded world leaders comes as a bit of a surprise. However, there's a good reason for his security focus. In 2011, political opponents attempted to assassinate him in his own home, and though his security detail managed to fight back the attackers, a 2-hour battle that involves several hostile gunmen and a grenade launcher can make a man think about his personal safety, especially as just a few hours after Condé addressed the nation about the first attack, his presidential guard had to fend off another one. Number 1. Kim Jong-un. North Korea is a country shrouded in mystery. Outsiders rarely get to see what really goes on inside there. As a country which is oppressed and ruled over by the Kim family, it's only natural for them to have a lot of enemies. Family has seen assassination attempts on their lives across generations, and this is mostly not going to stop as long as they have that kind of power. Because this is the Kim family, they had to recruit the best of the best when it came to personal security. Kim Jong-un takes security to another level. Instead of the usual motorcade escorted by a horde of cars and motorcycles, he actually gets his security personnel to run alongside his limousine while traveling. What you end up seeing is this funny sight of a bunch of overdressed guys in black suits jogging with a moving car. But not just anyone can become a part of Kim's protection team. You've got to be the best. They're chosen from the population based on their height and facial appearance, which is close to the supreme leader's likeness. So not only do they serve as a bodyguard, but also as a body double. They're given a highly intensive and extensive training, and only the top performers who are completely loyal to the Kim family are chosen to join the force. As of now, there are around 2,000 guards who work on different shifts protecting Kim Jong-un. That's the kind of protection you need when you're a dictator running the whole show. Well, that's all of them. Whose security detail impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments. Before we let you go, be sure to hit the like button, share and subscribe. Later.